My name is Ludi, and this is Jackass. No, wait. No, this is Chaotic Succession. Close enough, alright? Close enough. Now, Mr. Zlevik did make us wonder what country he's playing as. He didn't save as that nation, but I got a suspicion that he was playing as France. Why do I say that? Because look at his colonies here. Ludwigsjana? Huh? I see what you did there, mixing in Ludi and Louisiana. Also, we got Zlevikchiko. I like the naming here. He did give me a few options to continue this campaign in. First off, we got a muscovy, which is a personal union of Austria, and it's in the process of getting integrated. It's really far behind with everything. It's got horrible ideas. Well, I guess better than some other countries, and it's like very small considering it's 1594. Muscovy should not be this small in 1594. But hey, all the countries he offered me today are pretty challenging. So let's see what I get. Second one on the list is the Netherlands, which has horrible ideas. It did go colonial, but it only has very few provinces in the colonies. That's it over here. Actually, does it have anything else? I know it's got a few other ones around. Never mind. I didn't see the ones in Africa. But yeah, that's it. Just a couple ones in Africa. And wait, what a second. Hold on. They're allied to the Brits. Okay, they might still have a chance against the French, but small chance. The third one on the list is Wakanda, the secret challenge that we started with, but it didn't go well for them, and they're pretty struggling. They're in a war against the Ottomans, and they're getting their asses kicked right now by the Ottomans. So they're likely the weakest out of all the countries on the list, surprisingly. Or better yet, maybe the fourth one is the weakest. Tapuya, which is at war with the Castilians, and is getting its ass kicked by the Castilians, which are, of course, a fairly decent colonial empire. They're not that big, though, because Andalusia still is around and fairly strong within the Iberian Peninsula. So you probably know who I already chose because you saw the thumbnail. So I'm just gonna skip straight to the wheel and let's clicky as buttonus. And it looks like Muscovy is gonna be what we're gonna be going with today, meaning that we have to break free from the Austrians, the strongest nation right now in the freaking game. And we got 30 years to do this, and we also need to get back our lands within that period, form Russia, and basically stop the control of the Austrians, which right now have most of Central Europe aside from our lands. We have fairly okay-ish ideas. They're not really amazing. I wouldn't have gone for influence, but I mean, I'm not going to delete it now since it's already there, right? Might as well use it. Quantity a little bit late as well. Better late than never, right? My army is surprisingly small. What the F? We only have 98,000 units. How much does Austria have? They have 89. Oh, wow. They got less troops than us. Same military tech, but they have military tech 16, Western tech, and we have Eastern tech, so they're significantly stronger than us. And economically, let's check. Yep, look at that. They got a total income of 130, man. That is insane. We're not that bad off. Let me check my economy screen. What is going on here? All right, we got 31 from production, 42 from taxation, and 17 from the trade node. Yeah, all right, not too bad. Really not too bad. But yeah, let's check the alliance sets Austria's got right now. They're allied to a lot of HRE nations, including Aragon, which is actually not that strong. It's pretty weak, actually. And what about what's going on here? Prussia is independent. Lithuania is independent, so I could expand into Lithuania and Prussia after my independence war. Ottomans are going to be an issue too, and they're definitely prevalent around the Black Sea, so we're going to have to deal with them too. We still have an expansion path into the east once we have our independence, and we got a few easy targets around. So first thing I'm going to do, let's bring our boys back, merge them up, see where exactly I have army-wise and how I can deal with this, and afterwards we can declare our independence war. I got 4 heavy ships. I don't really need this, man. I'm gonna sell these off to anyone who's gonna buy them really after I'm at peace. Of course, cannot do it right now. By the way, guys, if you enjoyed this run, check out Zlevik's channel also. Give him a big fat subscription. He does a lot of awesome multiplayer stuff, and you're gonna really love his content. And if you enjoy my stuff, subscribe as well. I would really appreciate it too. And leave a like to encourage us to make more videos in this particular campaign. We really would like to bring this all the way up to 1820. I want to see what the rest of the war looks like as well. My previous run, I played as Japan. It looks to me like they're doing fairly decent. They actually still have most of the lands that I gave them in my particular Japan campaign. You have a link to that in the description, by the way, if you're interested. You have the whole playlist in the description, actually. There's some pretty big nations in India too that made. Shun is huge. No more Ming anywhere, but we have apparently Ning, so that's the closest we'll ever get to Ming, right? Oh, and Poland is also a personal union of Austria, which is getting integrated. Fair enough. I'm gonna need to become become a little bit more disloyal here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by sending these bad boys a scornful insult. F you, Austria! And let's do a little bit of estate management, sell some of our titles. We have all 3 of the +1 mana privileges. That is great. How's our governing capacity? It's pretty decent too. We need to make these Cossacks a little bit better though, so let's establish the Cossack regiments, give out the Cossack leaders so we get the extra army tradition. We want to get the manpower from the steppe provinces, as well as the dev cost reduction in those steppe provinces too. The Cossacks really are one of the most powerful estates in the game, especially if you're playing in the eastern parts of Europe and you have a vast swathe of lands like the Russians normally do. Well, in my case, most of that is owned by Austria now, so I'm gonna have to take care of it and get it for myself. And we can also raise some Streltsy. Why not? Get some extra boyos in there. The policies we can get are not really great. I'm just gonna get them because I can, and I'll just replace them in 10 years once I get some different national ideas going. Gonna give out the patronage of the arts also, advisor cost reduction of course, and I really want to give out the boyars and the officer corps for the extra army tradition decay reduction and the general cost. Increased levies is useless now because we don't have any crownlands that goes over to the nobility, but we can give out the aristocratic counselors. We don't care about absolutism very much, so it's a-okay. I'm gonna cancel this though. It's gonna lower my loyalty a little bit, but it's fine. We can bring that up afterwards because we're gonna instead use the advisor cost reduction for these bad boys too. And since we're gonna be at war with heretics, we're gonna get the expansion of zealotry for the extra morale of armies. Also change one of my traders, and instead of collecting extra in Novgorod, I set him so he can transfer trade from Astrakhan over to the Kazani node, which filters into the Novgorodi node. This way we're gonna get a significant more amount of money filtered into our main trade node instead of just wasting it on 10 flat trade power for Novgorod. Look at that, that's an extra 4 ducats, which translates into 5 actual ducats that we're getting, so not bad, boys. Oh, hello Orthodoxy, thank you very much. 5,000 manpower, don't mind if I do. What I like to do in this particular situation is have a main frontline army, which will comprise at this moment of 74,000 units, 40,000 infantry, 4,000 cav, 30 artillery. Because of my combat width, essentially it is enough to fill the front and back row once the initial combat starts, which means we're going to get a massive advantage, and against AI win pretty much all battles with just this army group, and just have infantry and artillery reinforcing from afterwards once the battle starts from the other provinces adjacent. However, when I'm not at war, because having 74 units in one province would kill me attrition wise, I'm gonna keep this main army split in 2 separate army groups and then just merge these bad boys up whenever I have to do a big battle against an enemy army. It's gonna be like that. 2 of these bad boys are gonna be at the front of my fights, and then behind them reinforcing army stacks of infantry and artillery. And there you go, boys, we got military tick 16. That means we now have the chambered demi cannons. That means you always want to have your full back row. In our case, that would be 30 combat width whenever you engage an enemy army in a proper combat situation, because if you have below that cannons and below that of course front row, meaning infantry and cavalry, then you're going to start with a disadvantage, especially if the enemy has a full back row and front row, which is normally not the case with AI battles. It's more of a multiplayer thing, but having the same thing in a single player means that you're most likely going to win every single engagement. I also split my main army into 4 stacks now because the attrition is just really bad in Russia. So until I get my supply a little bit higher, then I'm gonna just keep them into 4. 30 something is still way too big of an army group for the Russian steppes, sadly. I'm gonna need someone to support my independence, so I get 50 Liberty Desire and I can attack the Austrians in my independence war. That would likely be the French. I just need to wait for them to get a peace deal going with the Neapolitans, which should be fairly fast because they're just fighting Naples, and Naples literally only has 1 province left here. And just as expected, the French are willing to support our independence, meaning it is absolutely time to declare that big bad war against the vile Austrians that tried to take our freedom. So we're gonna start shouting freedom now in their faces whilst completely destroying their lands and taking everything they have, of course. Let's go ahead. Boom shakalaki, boys. -1 stability is worth it as long as we get rid of these bastards from our lands, and let's start sieging them down now, shall we? Let's also merge these armies into 2 groups, keep them close together, as we will be using them to siege down Vienna, whilst the other 2 groups are gonna basically start sieging down all the provinces around us right now. Let's look at the diplomatic map mode. Yeah, it's actually not as bad as you would imagine it to be. Hey, we became a great power by simply declaring our independence. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's start marching through the Lithuanian lands. Can we get military access? No! Really? You're not giving me military access? Wow, Lithuania. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I see how it goes. They will eventually give somebody military access. I'm gonna improve with them just in case they don't give anybody military access. But that being said, I'm pretty sure that the French are gonna be able to handle the Austrians by themselves. This is Levik's France, by the way, so let's check their development here. There you go. They've got freaking 43 development in Paris. Auvergne's got 37 for that juicy iron mine over there. Hot diggity dog, they are super strong, that's for sure. And as expected, they did give the Austrians military access. Let's put some of our brave generals in charge of these armies here. You guys stay here and you guys go right next to them. I mean, look at this, boys. France almost fully sieged down the only fortification that Aragon's even got left. I remember I actually played as Prussia in this playthrough, didn't I? And oh wow, they lost a lot of lands from the previous session. Oh man, this is not cool. I actually would like to see Prussia great again. I might just try and ally them or vassalize them. Let's see. And the fun has started, boy. It's time to chase down these bastardiums everywhere we can. Chase them, screw them up, destroy them, Stacken Vapenicum time. All right, this is not going to be a Stacken Vapenicum, but it's close enough to one, okay? We won the battle, let's just say. The Russian bear is coming for you, Vienna. That's right, I'm going to siege down their capital now. Actually, no, never mind. I'm going to come back here because they are unsieging Podoli and I want my escape route to be safe. What is their tech? Still 16? Yes, still 16. We're good still. Begone, you vile Austrians, from your own lands. Why would you even try and defend when you know we're going to win it, boys? Let's do a little bit of Carpathia Sieges as well. And we got our reinforcements coming into Rivne. That's exactly how you pronounce this, by the way. You might have thought it's just pronounced Rivne. No, you have to say it like this. Rivne. Otherwise, you're just wrong, okay? Oh man, I just realized it really pains me to see what the Austrian scumbags actually did to my beloved Brandenburg here. Only 3 provinces left. It really just breaks my heart, man. We gotta free up our boys. We gotta make sure we split Austria in between the previous owners in the HRE, let's say. Wait a second, what is the Ottomans doing over here in my land? Are they at war with someone? Oh, they are at war with Hormuz, Baluchistan, and Ajam. Fair enough. Oh yeah, they're completely gonna be wiping out Ajam, aren't they? That begs the question, why are they here? They don't have any enemies here, do they? No! Why is the entire Ottoman army just casually chilling in my lands for no reason? What? The famous collapse of Vienna to the Muscovite armies. You know, technically by 1600, I don't think the divide between the previous Russian nations, you know, like the Novgorodians and the Muscovites was that big. So even though it was Russia technically, I'm pretty sure they still remembered the times of Novgorod and Muscovy, didn't they? Hey, can you just fall already, you freaking fortification? Hey, Prussia's trying to give me some money, yo. No, I'm okay, Prussia, thank you. Okay, are you actually for real right now? This went up to 64%. Oh, what? They took this back? No, that's bad. I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even see them go back and siege that, man. And of course, the freaking Vienna is at 70. Come on, man. What is up with this freaking RNG? For real right now. Finally, bro. Come on. All right, we used up some of our military mana to take this back quickly, and we assaulted it, of course. I'm gonna do my peace deal soon. I just need to defeat the remainder of the Austrian armies here and conquer a couple of more provinces. Of course, gonna be going for max war score from this war, since I want to take as many of the provinces that they took from the Russian parts of the world as possible in this initial engagement. And with the complete obliteration of their nation, I think we are definitely ready for that peace deal. Of course, first we gotta ask for grant independence, which is 22% of the war score, and then as many of these bad boys here as we can. I guess we're gonna leave Bakhmut out because I want to take a little bit of money as well. Not much, but better than nothing, and it doesn't really make much of a difference whether we take or not Bakhmut, I guess. We can take that in the next war against them. Now, let's bring all of these bad boys back home because we're gonna have to start a few wars with Novgorod. Let's do that actually right now. Well, I gotta wait for 12 days, as well as Lithuania, Sibir, and so on. It's time to make up for the lost years in which we were not at war, expanding, and so on. Oh, actually, I think we can form Russia now, right? Yes, sir. Booyah Shnoki, new traditions and ambitions. We expanded our mission tree as well by forming Russia, and our PP increased by 5 centimeters. I mean, 5 power projection. And we can even get 50 admin points from this. Now, let's use that to core up all the provinces we just took, as we do have to do the Curious, lower the war exhaustion, boom shakalaki, and we got 99.2 over. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should chill for a little bit in that case. Oh, look at that. Japan's doing so good for itself. It's actually slowly expanding and getting basically to be a proper Imperial Japanese Empire. Imperial Japanese, yeah, that makes more sense in my mind, okay? Don't judge me, please. Zlevic's France, though, is doing insanely well for themselves. 1,400 development just from their lands here is just ridiculous, man. I need to catch up with that, and I need to catch up with that fast. So, let's finish this war here and attack the Lithuanians. We've chilled for a good few months. It's more than enough time, let's face it. By the time we finish the Lithuanian war, we should be able to have all of this cored up anyway, so we'll be fine. After all, it is going to take a while to do the Lithuanian war. Let's see how many claims we have on them, though. We've got a few claims. We have a few cores, though. I'm not sure if I should do a reconquest of core CB, because I probably have more claims than cores. Yeah, look at that, man. We got way more claims than we have cores, so I'm going to go for the claims. I know what you're thinking. Oh, if you go for the cores, it's reconquest CB, so it's only 25% aggressive expansion. That is true, but if I go for the reconquest of cores, it's only 4 provinces, and it's like low development, like 5, 7, 4 development, and every other province that I take in this war, aside from the core provinces, these 4, I would have to pay a lot more in Diplo points, and I just don't give a schnaps about the aggressive expansion as it is, so that's why I'm going for the regular conquest war instead of the reconquest war. Let's set up Vitebsk over here as our main war target, or Vitebstika, so whatever the schnaps you want to call it, and let's glow. Man, I hate situations like these. I siege down pretty much the entirety of Lithuania, and then the papal freaking states decided to just swoop around from the papal lands and unsiege everything. Oh man, I'm gonna have to destroy them, aren't I? Yep, it's gonna be very heretic of me, let's say. Bet you cocky papal boys didn't expect a little bit of Russian barrage at your Roman doors, did you now? Alright, time to take some of that juicy papal gold. Let's go. 865 Dukatenstein. Maybe war reps too. We can definitely do war reps as well. This money, it smells like it's got a very distinct blasphemous smell. Alright, now as for the Lithuanians, we're taking most of the borderlands that we have here. Coalition-wise, Austria, Lithuania only, and we can probably take a little bit of money too. There you go. Nice. We've definitely grown quite a little bit since the beginning of the campaign, and it's only been 10 years, so we still have a lot to go, boys. So now that we formed the Russian Empire, we have the ability to colonize provinces. All we need to do is have a province right next to them, so that's why, of course, the next target's going to be Uzbek. This way, we're going to be able to take the entirety of Uzbek, and then after, we can start colonizing every single adjacent province to Uzbek. Essentially, we're colonizing Siberia, and we're going to snake our way all the way into the Pacific whilst we wait for the truce to finish with the Austrians and the Lithuanians. And I just noticed that Prussia is absolutely kicking Sweden's ass. The entirety of Sweden is occupied by Prussia. I've never felt more proud about my Prussian boys as I am feeling right now. Also, Gotland managed to get the islands, so I guess there's no more issues between Finland and Sweden about who's gonna get these islands, because it's Gotland land now. Gotland land. Yeah, shut up, okay? Also surprised to see that Wakanda got its ass kicked by the Ottomans, which I allied, by the way, because we got great relations. Look at this. We're best friends forever, together to fight against the vile Austrians and French, because I rivaled both, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, no! Oh, schnaps! Oh, no, I forgot to get my French rival. Oh, well. All right, let's start munching into these bad boys. They're also allied to Yarkand. Did I co-belligerate them? I think I did not. Oh, well, that's fine. We'll just take Uzbek, I guess, in this. And the best part is we can raise more Streltsy. Another 39,000 invisible boyos, aliens sent from outer space, little green men, whatever you want to call them, because they're not a part of our manpower pool when we raise them. So they got to come from somewhere, right? Whoa! How do I have minus 192 ducats? Oh, the biggest mystery ever. It's from an event. So I need money. That's why I'm going to get the burger loans. There you go. Because we got so much money, we're also going to do this decision here that makes St. Petersburg our new capital. We got to be at peace to do that, so we're going to save up our money. It does cost 1,500 ducats, so it's pretty expensive. Gives 100 prestige, though, and some development in St. Petersburg, so that we got that going for us, right? Plus, we could upgrade the Kremlin, which is going to give local manpower plus 50%. Nah, maybe later. Not yet the time. I knew the Prussians love me. Look what they did. They took the southern tip of Sweden, plus they managed to release all of these bad boys. So I'm gonna be attacking these nations. Gotta get my claim on them first. Do I have a claim on Karelia? I think I might have one on Karelia. Yes, I do. And the Prussians have war exhaustion and attitude towards me, so they're not going to say anything about it, which means I can take over these lands for myself without any sort of consequences. I feel like it's worth spending a couple more months here just so we can get some more money out of Yarkand. By the way, Yarkand is the second biggest horde in this region, which is very surprising because they start as a vassal of Chagatai, which right now is a tributary of Yarkand. So you could say that the tables have definitely turned in these areas. All right, well, now it's looking a lot better, boys. Next target is, of course, going to be Shun. I guess you could say we're gonna shun him out of here. Damn, I'm not funny at all, am I? I don't know why my wife's even with me, seriously. And we can also attack Sapmi since Prussia canceled their guarantee over them. And they're all by themselves now, left alone in the world, no allies. It's time to make them Russian once more. Not like they ever were before, but shut up, okay? Oh, of course. Austria is attacking Lithuania. Because why not pick on the weaklings, right? Okay, now that we got Karelia, we can also do these missions. So we have significantly more permanent claims. We did not have the permanent claims on Lithuania before because we were missing the province of Karelia. So thanks Schnippeldorp that we got that. So now we got all these permanent claims here. Look at this juicy amount of permanent claims. Let's also not forget to do that juicy decision. Wait, I forgot. Schnaps! I forgot before I declared on Sapmi. God, Schnappeldoop. Oh, I just noticed Sapmi is Protestant religion. Oh boy. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of an issue converting these lands in that case, because I'm assuming they recently became Protestant. Might be wrong. Is Sweden actually Protestant? Oh, all of Sweden is Protestant. Wow. They went full on historical, didn't they? Fair enough, I guess. Hey, now we can do this button here in Dariago. Of course, I didn't have enough money, did I? On the bright side, though, we can start upgrading this monument that gives us reform progress growth up to plus 20%, as well as absolutism whenever that triggers. Now I have 5 years until my truce with the Austrians is over, so in these 5 years, I want to get as many lands in Transoxiana and so on as I possibly can. Shun is not gonna join in Transoxiana's war. Let's go and attack Chingitura to make that our target. How about if we co-belligerate Nogai? That's gonna bring in a Jam and Sibir. We can do a quick white peace with Nogai in that particular case. Let's go and get a general. There you go. Should be fairly quick. Rush for their capital. How many more generals can we get? We're maxed out. Okay, let's put this guy in charge of that army and this guy come over here. You go to Chingitura so we get our war target and you boys attack from the east. We're gonna easily crush these bastards. How dare you bastards live when I'm around you, eh? Hello, age of absolutism. It is time to exterminate everybody around. What? Who said that? Who said that? Show yourself right now, you bastard. It was me. I said it. The thing that I don't get is just, why would you as a horde keep your primary army in a mountain province? You guys know that you're getting minus 25 shock damage, right? From this particular province. Wait, what? They're not? Is Yarkand not a horde? Oh my god, they reformed. They're an Igta. Oh, damn, son. Okay, I see what's going on here. Yarkand's been going through a grind, haven't they? They reformed from a horde into a proper nation, man. That is insane. Also, I am aware I'm basically milking them off of money now. This is the second war I've got with them in the past couple of years, and I'm gonna be taking the max amount of money again. There goes Nogai's army, boys. That means they should be willing to piece me out, and I said earlier that I'm not gonna annex them because I didn't co-belligerate them, but I don't care. I am gonna annex them because I just don't want to have Nogai just sitting here chilling casually. You know what I'm saying? It's just not a good feeling. No, they're around me. Oh, dude, that's a cool event. The Kilkovs, a prominent family in the Russian Empire, will be building us a castle and some population in Komi, as well as we'll discover the entirety of the Urals region. So we essentially have fully colonized Komi now, which literally took not that much, I guess. Wait, was it 100 or 1,000 population we gained there? I'm a little bit confused. In any case, we got this fortification here now, so that's going to protect us pretty well from wild polar bears, because there's literally nothing else here. And now I know what you're thinking. Ludi, wild polar bears cannot form cohesive army groups. Well, I have to tell you that, do you have any proof that they cannot form cohesive army groups? Hey man, the way the world works nowadays, if I accuse you of something, you have to prove you're innocent. I don't have to come up with evidence. province, okay? So as far as I'm concerned, there's cohesive wild polar bear armies going on out there, and you just have no proof to prove me wrong, or do you? You don't have. You just don't have, bro. Okay, I feel like this is more than enough to take from them right now. I don't want to go for 100% because I don't really care about too much land in this area, and because my truce is about to finish with the Austrians, so I have to start moving my units from Siberia to the European front again. Oh, damn, we're gonna get a conquistador that's got 6 fire, 6 shock. Holy snaps, my dude. Holy freaking snaps. I have to say, out of all the chaotic countries we played in this campaign, this right here is probably my favorite since it was the toughest start. Not really tough, but tougher than the other ones we played, right? And I feel like I snowballed pretty decently. And it's time to attack these bad boys. Let's go. Wait, where's that? Podolia. Let's attack Podolia. There you go. And I got a feeling that these bad boys here are gonna be taking land from me. Crimea is a tributary state of the Ottomans. So if Crimea takes these lands from the Austrians, then that is actually a big problemenstein for me. Man, I have to say, this is so broken. For just 19 diplo points, you can colonize a province. It's just insane, in my opinion. Imagine if you managed to get the Siberian frontier to the New World. It would be absolutely super broken then. And I kind of feel bad for the Austrians. Look how many nations have declared war on them. It's literally Austria against the entirety of Europe, isn't it? Let's click on them. Not all of Europe, but most of Europe. Everybody surrounding them wants a piece of them, including the Prussians want to take back their stuff as well. Okay, I'm a little bit racing against time, so I'm going to be declaring war against Shun right now. I was going to do it later, but I'm closing in on the 30 years, only 6 years left, or 5 years left, so we got to rush this a little bit. And the sucky part in Austria is that I feel like Crimea is going to take all of this, and I'm not going to be able to take it for myself from the Austrians, which is going to be massive, massive Pepega moment. Hot dang, Prussia got a big chunk out of Austria. Did they even take the core that they had back? They did. They took back, look, that was the only core I think that they had, wasn't it? Yep. Hey, we got the national bank event that triggered. This way we can lower our inflation, get one stability, and we also get a bunch of ducats that we can use to build more buildings. So let's see what we can upgrade here. 2,700 manpower from Kharkov alone. Dude, seriously, look at this. 78% on this siege. This is just literally my luck in a nutshell, man, in this game. At least on the bright side, Austria did finish a few of its wars, so I can continue to siege down their provinces now. Well, just as I expected, Crimea did get all of their lands back, making my war with Austria redundant because I don't have any interest in any other provinces here right now. Big bruh moment. I guess I'm just gonna make a white peace with Austrians in that case, and I can focus on Lithuania next then, and Crimea, I guess, because I gotta take the Crimean stuff, right? Man, this really blows. I really have to kind of make peace with these guys. So I guess I'll just take the borderland and a little bit of money. I would love to stay in the war for longer and take more stuff, but realistically speaking, I also have to start the war with the Lithuanians at least and try before my 30 years are finished to get something from them. All right, guys, give me all your stuff. Let's make Ula as a war target. Call in the Ottomans and the Prussians to make this faster, because we got to make this war as fast as we possibly can, as we humanly can for that matter. All right, that means we're gonna barrage and assault the capital. No other way. Let's see if we got some war score from that war. In that case, we did get some, but we also have to get out of the war with the French first and Castilians. I didn't think about that bit. I forgot that France basically has most of Western Europe as its puppets. This is gonna take a lot longer than a couple of months, man. I feel like this campaign is gonna end with an ongoing war, sadly. I sold some crown lands and I'm gonna take some burger loans so I can adopt the global trade institution that I didn't get before. That means in 1 month I'm gonna get an extra merchant that I can use too. There you go, boys. Extra merchantius. And we can also raise another 56,000 units in our capital of St. Petersburg. I love my beautiful aliens here. Oh, damn. Japan's actually colonizing. What? Oh, that's not good for me, man. They're basically cutting me off here. But, I mean, I'm happy to see them colonize, though. It looks like they pretty much colonized the entirety of the Philippines as well. And I'm guessing they got some New World stuff, don't they? Let's check. Doesn't seem like any colonial nations formed, though. All right, boys. My 30 years is over. In these 30 years, we went from being a junior partner of Austria to being a great power ourselves. In fact, we are the third greatest power after the French and the Ottomans. And, okay, let me just do this as well whilst I'm at it, right? Might as well. I've definitely boosted up the economy of Russia. I've boosted up the army, and it's gonna be a challenge fighting against Russia in the next part if I get a country close to it. So let's see what happens. I'm curious what countries you guys want me to offer Zlevik, so give your suggestions in the comments below, and let's see what we're gonna assign to this bad boy so he can feel our pain playing as a weaker nation in the next part. So don't forget to check out Zlevik as well. well, and check out the playlist in the description. Plus, until the next time, watch this amazing Prussia run. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.